and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Keisha with Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. I'm hanging with my boy Duvall. We're gonna get into a topic about Shane Gillis call himself dropping jokes at the ESPYs. But before we get into that, I want to make sure you guys know, let's do some housekeeping. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. How you doing, Duvall?
We're back again.
We back like four flats. Yeah, we back up in this beat. We gotta talk. Anything sports related, we gotta talk about it, Duvall. You know how we do.
Yeah, we got a network to run, so you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we don't stop. It's 24 hours with us.
Yeah, it's like 24/7. We gonna end up being like the stud buzz 72-hour live stream. We just gonna have to get out here, just talk about everything in one go.
And get the IV the next day when we drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Get all the liquor out the system. You know, we learned for Diddy.
I can't do it. I've been a pass out. But anyway, hey guys, Shane Gillis was employed by ESPN to be the host of the ESPYs, and people that know Shane Gillis, he has a certain type of humor. I think that some people like. I really didn't know who he was until he was hosting the ESPYs. I don't too much care for his comedy, but to each his own, Devolve. Some people like it, some people don't like it, but I'm just gonna play the clip from him. I do know this. ESPN knew what type of humor he does,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm pretty sure they knew exactly what he was gonna say, because you got to pretty much turn all that stuff in before they go live and put the camera on. So they knew that this was gonna go down. So they figured, it's all in good fun. It's all in good jokes, Devon. It's
Mm-hmm.
just funny. He. You know how that is. So hey, let me play it for you guys, and then we're gonna get into it.
Most fist fighting black women.
Oh hell. Moving
When
on.
Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist fighting black women.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the ball, after he
Mm-hmm.
was making that joke about fist fighting black women at the Waffle House, the ladies was on the red carpet doing this.
Okay. I'm going to accept this award on behalf of her.
It's a nice accessory for you in the meantime.
Thank you very much. She's obviously not here right now. But Ari, when you think about all that Caitlin has done in the last year, what has stood out to you?
I see just exponential growth of the game, right? She brings eyes to the game so that the next generation can come out and thrive. Just a dynamic player, just exciting to watch. Her villain origin story has started, and she loves to play into it, and the fans eat it right up, and so that we can see the next generation coming in and carrying it along too. Kiki, you've been so exciting to watch too. I just love it all.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go mail this to Caitlin.
So outside the club,
Yeah.
they praising her.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the club, they don't know they getting ripped.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that was going. I'll let you go, Deval. What you think about with Shane Gillis? His joke, was it funny?
I guess they call him having not black humor, but dark humor. But it wasn't funny. It was clown and stupidity. First of all, it's people like him that continue to stereotype that African American women, especially in WNBA, are lesbians and bitter because a Caucasian woman coming in and she having success. That's not true.
It's
Those
not.
those African American women love white women as well. You know how I know that? Because they probably love Paige more than any other black person in WNBA. Because Paige stands for the right things. And unlike Caitlyn, this is where I don't blame Shane McGillis. I hope I said his name right.
Shane Gillis. Gillis.
Shane Gillis. He don't even deserve his name to be mentioned like that. But reason why I don't blame him, I blame Caitlyn. You allowed this narrative to fester. When LeBron James did it, when Charles Barkley did it, when your fan base does it, when Shane Gillis does it. Where are you, Caitlyn? How come you never said nothing? Why you always so PC and quiet? And only time you do say a minimal thing that you can say is when you're called upon. That's not the way you should do things, Caitlyn. How you should do things, and I wish we would have had the clip, but we don't, and that's okay, is what Paige Becker did in 2019. Paige Becker in 2019 set the table for white America to not latch on to her and use her name for misogyny, racism, and bigotry. She let it be known then, hey, I mess with African American women. They are great people. They never did nothing wrong to me. They treat me with respect and care. Caitlyn, don't wait till all the backlash is over a year from your rookie season to say something in Time magazine when you got the biggest platform in America. When you could have said something right there to that, and them women probably would have embraced you more if you would have done so. But because you don't do that, Caitlyn, because you probably protecting your own brand, your own financial interests, it's people like Shane Gillis that feel like it's okay to attack black women in this way. Because why? The person that's name being used for these things, she hasn't said anything. She's sitting back and collecting her checks. So she's cool with it. So why not stop? And so
Mm.
at the end of the day, Caitlyn, I remember you was on that press. You was at a press conference after one of those games, and you were like, this was before the Phoenix Mercury game, and you were like, I wish the players come and embrace me and talk to me and teach me stuff during the games. But people will be willing to do that, Caitlyn, if you show the love and compassion for your fellow man and woman in WNBA, and don't only do it when the media asks you, do it without being told to do it. That's what make a great person. That what makes somebody that has integrity stands out. Cause they always say a good person do something when they are being told. A great person always do something without being told. So until Caitlin Clark taken upon herself to denounce, and I mean truly denounce, this negative behavior, even if it costs her fandom, even if it costs her sponsorships or whatever not, until she does that and stand up for what's right and what's fair. And she started to do that because she wore a t-shirt too about, you know what I'm saying?
Pay us what you owe us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She put on that shirt. So she's starting to do that. She's starting
Yeah,
to
because she getting some backlash from that. Yeah.
yes. And so until she start worrying about what the what's the lady name? Kelly, the one that got terminated off of MSNBC.
Megan Kelly.
So she start worrying about what the Megan Kelly's gonna say, the Jason Woodlock's gonna say, the Clay Travis is gonna say. You know what I'm saying? The Michael, well, not Michael Cooper, Clay Thompson daddy. You know what I'm saying? He be on Outkick. Until you start worrying about what those conservative black and white men say, because
Mm.
you stand up for something that's right, this is gonna always continue, and this gonna always have a little gap between you and your fellow WNBA women that you play with, that you work with, that you need to be on your side for y'all to accomplish things together.
Well, Duval, it has become a norm to accuse black women of jealousy and hatred of of Caitlin Clark. I don't even know if it's of white women. I think it's just of Caitlin Clark. 'Cause for some reason, they just think people hate Caitlin Clark, even though other white women have played in the W and had no problem in playing for years. But for some reason, these mean black lesbian women just hate Caitlin Clark. They hate her for what she stands for, even though there are other people in the league that stand for the same thing. It's really really weird. But the joke Shane Gillis did, I mean, nobody was really shocked because it's become the norm. It's become the norm to allow people to disrespect the women of the WNBA. So he knew the joke would land. He knew he wouldn't get too much backlash from it, and he knew nobody would taking up no pitchforks to cancel him or anything like that. And to be honest with you, he don't need to be canceled. I let him get up there and say whatever he need to say. Because you know why I say that, Duvall? Because these big media companies like ESPN are starting to have a crisis um, amongst amongst their the way they look to the average person. You're supposed to be celebrating athletes, and somehow you managed to ostracize the W from all the athletes that were there at the ESPYs because you have your co-host up there targeting them with his jokes. Um, and then the whole thing about as if only black people work at Waffle House. I guess that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Caitlin Clark would be the only white lady that would go work at the Waffle House so she can continue fighting black women. If that isn't a racist comment, I don't know what is. But hey, they say we too sensitive, Deval.
That's what they
It's it's
say.
it's all for jokes. He. You know, I'm guessing that he's trying to say that a lot of the WNBA players gonna end up at Waffle House because they don't make no money anyway. It's degrading, and I get it, but at this point, um, for the WNBA ladies to get through this, they're gonna have to start ignoring the um some of these people because you got to keep the main thing, like K-Step said. If you get, they doing this stuff to distract you, to make you come out of your character, to somehow show the world. You know how people pick at you to show, let me show the world how unhinged they are. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yep.
So he was trying to bait them, even though they were getting honored, even though Caitlin Clark was getting honored, they couldn't help themselves. They had to take a jab, but that's the mainstream media. They've been
Mm-hmm.
taking jabs. They've been consistent with this narrative that they've been pushing. You know why? Because this narrative sells, gives them clicks. It sells paper. It sells media. It sells what they trying to. So they're gonna continue with it. So was I shocked by it? No, because it's on par with what the narrative they trying to push to the masses. And a lot of these people have bought. A lot of these people have already bought this hook, line, and sinker, so they might as well continue with it. This is something the WNBA ladies just have to endure for right now. The only thing is, this last weekend, the only problem is this last weekend had the stud buzz rolling around there, and all you could see is, well, shit, they said they don't like her, and they don't like each other, but they sure all having a good time.
Yeah. I think the reality of the situation is this. They always said there's some truth in humor.
Yeah,
And so when people make jokes and they hide it under jokes,
that's
that's
how
how
they
they,
feel.
they feel that from the bottom of their heart.
Yes.
And unfortunately, and this is where we have to get real and authentic when it comes to our thoughts. We're the only race where you can disrespect us and get rich. No other
Yeah.
race you can disrespect and make a profit. You will get canceled and you will be done as for media and anything else. But the African American community is particularly African American women. It's the only race where you can disrespect them on a daily and have a steady income. You only have to go to work. You only have to be at McDonald's. If you just want to make some money, just disrespect black women. You'll make a six-figure salary. Because at the end
Angel
of the day,
Angel is feeding families.
yes, she birthing babies as far as I'm concerned. And so because at the end of the day, they all know that we're the least respected. And unfortunately, we're not somebody that they look at as a standard. We somebody they look at as a substandard. And that's why when we got all these other Caucasian women that played in the W and they never used them for hatred because they took a moment where Angel Reese did the "You Can't See Me" as an opportunity to hide their racism and the misogyny and everything else. And they couldn't use that for the other white women because they ain't never had another moment like that to
Mm-hmm.
to attach themselves to that situation. They
Mm-hmm.
attach themselves to this moment to pick sides, and that's unfortunate. And it makes the NBA less fun to root for because there's a lot more toxicity among fan bases and racial lines than it is all of us celebrating a league that's growing at an exponential rate. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm telling this from personal experience, WNBA is probably more popular right now than baseball.
They
Baseball,
most definitely are.
baseball used to own from when the NBA used to finish in mid-June. Baseball used to own from mid-June to at least August when preseason games start. Nah, that's WNBA basketball. We talk about
Hey,
more WNBA basketball on Twitter and everything else than we do baseball. And yet,
th-
we can enjoy the success of these women and the growth of these women, particularly with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and what they brought to the W, because we still divided by the media putting white against black, putting Caitlin against the WNBA. And it shouldn't be like that. We should all celebrate each other. We should all enjoy what we bring to the table as a WNBA family. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
Duvall, I like baseball, but let's keep it real. They don't fill out no arenas.
Nope.
They don't have no high ratings.
Nope.
And you don't see people online talking about them every day.
Nope. And let me throw a little fact in there.
You don't hear about before you do that, you don't hear
Mhm.
about baseball tickets being high.
Nope.
You can
Only
get in the baseball game right now, probably $20, $30,
mm-hmm.
$40 at top. You don't hear them out there denigrating baseball.
Not at all. And I'm gonna tell you how far the WNBA has come. That May 15th game with the Sky versus the Fever that did a 3.1. Do you know that did a higher rating than Yankees Mets?
I know.
That's New York.
Let's keep it real, Duvall. Baseball don't get popping to the postseason.
If that.
That's when they get popping. The World Series and the lead up to the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
Even NBA has become like that. They don't sell out all they seats.
Nope.
Their ratings don't be out the roof. Now, when it comes into the playoffs, it gets a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see people online with this narrative that they don't make no money,
Mm-hmm.
that they're not selling out arenas.
Mm-hmm.
You don't never hear nobody talking about, oh look, Ant-Man didn't sell out because he's in a small market. Oh Lord, all them people the Timberwolves didn't have everybody at the game today. You don't never hear none of that.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
not
see,
like LeBron. LeBron sells it out.
yeah.
You don't never hear that going on. All you hear is they got all these different stars throughout the NBA and they doing their thing. Matter of
And
fact, Ant-Man told y'all he didn't want to be the face.
nah. And that was so funny because like just like for instance, when Angel got on the NBA 2K, that should have been celebrated by everybody. Second year player that's playing out of her mind, top 10 player in the WNBA this season is on NBA 2K. But what did we have? The Caitlin Clark fans trying to mention it. Caitlin Clark fans feeling like they were disrespected because Caitlin wasn't on the cover.
Duvall. Wait. Before you even go any further,
Mm-hmm.
Shay was on the cover too. Nobody cared.
Mm-mm.
Shay won a title this year,
Yep.
and all the talk was about Angel Reese being on that cover.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared about Shay. Nobody cared about Camilla Anthony. He was on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared.
See, the thing is, the reason why that was the case, because the media, and this is what we're bringing it back to, with the Shane Gillis joke. The media made it seem like there's a divide between Clark fans and Reese fans, black fans and white fans in the WNBA, so we can't enjoy nothing. So everything got to be a controversy with the WNBA. Everything got to be toxic with the WNBA, and this is why when I got on Shaq on that live show of ours like a couple weeks back, when Shaq defended RG3, I'm saying you did more, Shaq, especially during that moment when Charles Barkley was disrespecting the WNBA women, and you could have just put them in this place. A lot of this hate would have stopped. But when y'all allow this stuff to fester, now there's racial lines and there's division where none of us can enjoy a product that is growing because we always trying to compete and see who is more supreme. And it should not be the case. But it's jokes like what Shane Gillis has done is really why there's this big divide between two fan bases and two superstars that we should be celebrating for the growth of the WNBA, but we can't celebrate them because at the end of the day, we are still so stuck in competing with the other person. And that's a
Mhm.
shame. And I blame that on Caitlyn because at the end of the day, Caitlyn, they use your name for misogyny, racism, and homophobia and everything else. And even though it's not your fault, and I'm not saying it's your fault, Caitlyn, but you have the
Mhm.
power to stop it. And you refuse to stop it. So at the end of the day, until you really put your foot down, and I don't care if you have to hurt somebody's feelings to do it, it's gonna continue. So all this is in your hands, Caitlyn. Ain't nothing we could do about it.
Let me tell you something, Devar. I'm gonna disagree with you to a certain extent, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Hmm.
The train has left the station.
I agree.
It can't be stopped.
I agree.
This is the climate we're in,
Hmm.
and unfortunately, we're gonna be chucking right on along, and we just gonna have to deal with it until the problem is right now because Caitlyn didn't say anything in the beginning, and
Yes.
hindsight is 2020. Sometimes same thing with Shaq. Sometimes you should have said something, but you didn't, and sometimes you just make that mistake. You can't take it back, right?
Yes.
But what's gonna happen is um um the only way this probably starts stopping is they're gonna eventually turn on her. I mean, we already see some of that going on right now. The minute she don't do what they tell her to do,
Hmm.
she don't even have control of her own career. She can't make her
Yeah.
own decisions. She can't wear a t-shirt and just
Yeah.
she can't. They went crazy about wearing a t-shirt.
Yes. 100%.
I mean, so the media, you got to give it up to them. I'm a clap.
Golf
The
clap.
media, look, give you a little baby clap. The media knew what they was doing. They blew this whole thing up, and they did it. They're getting engagement from it. They're getting clicks from it. They getting the right 1,500 articles from it. They
Hmm.
got all these people on YouTube generating buzz and talk. They
And
feel
think pieces.
they and think pieces and what they think about this and who like who. And they didn't rose up the RG3s and Shaq want to punch somebody. You got all this going on.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, the W is growing in the midst of all this. So at
Yes.
the end of the day, we gotta take the good with the bad, Deval.
That's
Because
unfortunate.
I don't think no matter what either one of these ladies do or say at this moment, it's not gonna stop nothing.
Mm-mm.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, train has left the station. I
The
agree
train
with you
has
on that.
the train has left the station.
I guess what
So
I was saying is she would have said something at the beginning. It would have
yeah,
slowed a lot
it's
of
too
it down.
late.
It's like now when there was a fire and it was a small fire, she could have put it out. But now
Mm-hmm.
that fire got gasoline, it's too late now. You can't even
It's
get
too
the fire
late.
truck. Even the fire department can't get it out. You just gotta hope it burns out on its own.
It's like them wildfires in California. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
you can do but sit, watch it burn, burn, baby, burn. That's all you can do.
Burn, baby, burn.
Burn. That's all you can do.
Inferno.
Oh yeah, that's all you can do. And right now, all she can do is like, and going forward, because we have to give people grace, though, Duvall.
Yes.
She's 22 years old.
Yes.
Angel was 22. They just turned 23.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't know. Because I remember me at 22 years old. Certain stuff I probably should have said too and didn't say. So I'm gonna give her that grace. But these people, these powers that be up here in this little media land, they knew.
Now, when you was at 22 years old, you were dancing on them tables on
Let me
Saturday
tell you
night.
something. I was probably saying all the wrong things, Devon.
Yeah, you were dancing on tables on Saturday night, eating Little Caesars. That's what you
I
were doing.
probably was getting all the shit started, Devon.
You and the milkman.
Yeah. We was getting all the shit started. Devon sitting over there in the corner like, can you just say something? No, Devon about to get whooped up. Keisha could have said something to stop the milkman from beating me up, but not. She just gonna let the shit go. Okay.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go. We're going down the wrong path. But anyway, I just want to say that at the end of the day, Shane Gillis, I just want to say your name wrong because I don't like you. But
yeah, I ain't going to follow him. Do you follow him? I don't
nah,
follow him.
I wouldn't follow him to hell. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. He go
I
by
didn't even
himself.
know who he was at first.
I heard of him, but like I said again, it just he's ignorant and he's continued a stereotype that shouldn't be continued by people like him. But like I said, he need clicks. His acting career, his comedy career, is obviously ain't going nowhere. He gonna be just like what's the girl name? Amy Schumer. Had a little moment in the sun and fade off in the sunset because nobody cares about you.
Yeah, let them all have a moment. Goddamn, that's what I say. Let them have a moment.
But till we meet again, we got the exit stage left, Lakeisha.
We do. Thank y'all. Look, let me tell y'all something. Hit the like button. Please let me know that you like my content. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you, Deval, for being here for me. You know what? I might become me a comedian, just start putting stuff out there and just say all kind of salacious stuff. Deval, I'm gonna have you on stage with me. Either way it go. We about to get up out of here. Shane Gillis, we see you.
Side eye.
Yeah. All right. Hit the like button. Thank y'all for listening. We out.
Peace.